Hi Georgetown, welcome to another video on Bangladesh. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching these. It makes me really happy that you're joining along and learning about another part of God's kingdom and learning about where I live and work. Please don't forget to send me your questions if you have them. You can email them to me, you can text me, you can ask your parents to Facebook message me. Any way you can find to contact me, my information's in the church directory. Please send me a question. No question is too small or too easy. I love all sorts of questions. If we get a bunch of small questions, I'll do a rapid fire answer video. So make sure you send me your questions. Thanks for listening. Let's get into our next video. So today our video is going to be a little bit different. I was going to share with you about the school I work at, but you might have noticed that Bangladesh has been making the national news lately. This is because Cyclone Amphan just hit Bangladesh. Now, kids, maybe you're thinking, what's a cyclone? If you've heard of hurricanes, they happen in the US. We get them in places like Florida and Louisiana. A cyclone is the same thing, it just takes place in a different part of the world. So cyclone, typhoon, hurricane, they pretty much mean the same thing, but it just changes based on where they take place. So because Amphan happened in Bangladesh and India, we are calling it a cyclone. So this storm pretty much covered all of Bangladesh, and the area where I live was very near to the eye of the storm. The winds were, from the reports I read, up to 160 miles per hour. It may have been faster. So many people have been asking me, how are your friends? How is your school? What's happening? We are very thankful that God protected us. On our compound, where our hospital and our school is, there were 2 major trees that came down. One of those trees didn't do much damage when it fell. The other tree took out someone's sewer line and it crashed through a wall. But the wall was an internal wall. So it didn't break a wall on the outside that keeps us safe, and it didn't break the wall of someone's house. It broke a wall that split up our compound into different areas, but a wall that is going to be easier to fix than other walls. So we're very thankful for that. In my neighborhood, several big trees came down, but none of them fell on houses. They all fell in open areas. My aunt, who is still in Bangladesh right now, went to check on my house and it is fine. So we're very thankful. But my last report from Bangladesh, it was nighttime there and the winds were still strong, the storm was still going. This storm has been a very slow storm, so it's affected people for a long time. So my organization that I work for hasn't been able yet to go out into the community and assess the damage where we live and see who needs help. But what we're expecting is that many people's crops will have been damaged. And this hurts people because they count on those crops to provide them with money for the whole year. Right now is exactly the time where rice crops are being harvested, and not everyone got them harvested before the typhoon came. So many people will lose their livelihood. The other thing that often happens in these storms is that people's roofs are torn off their houses. Many of our houses have tin roofs. My house has a roof like this. So you either have a cement or a mud house, and then you have a tin roof on top. And often in these storms, the roofs are torn off of houses. So please pray for the people who have lost their crops and for the people who have lost their roofs or whose houses have been damaged by trees falling. Now that's the damage where I live, because I live actually quite far up north. The people in southern Bangladesh are greatly suffering. Most of them have had to evacuate their houses even though we are in the middle of a pandemic. So that's very hard. And there's been lots of flooding and lots of destruction. So please, as you think about me working and serving in Bangladesh, please right now pray for my community and for the people in southern Bangladesh who are suffering from this storm. I'm very thankful that everyone I know is safe. I was able to talk to 3 of my students today, and they are safe. They have not had electricity for over 24 hours, so that's quite difficult, but they are staying safe, so I'm very thankful for that. Thank you for thinking about Bangladesh. Thank you for praying about Bangladesh. Thank you especially now for praying about this natural disaster that's happened. Next video, I promise to tell you about my school. Let's do our Bangla lesson. So last time you learned how to say 4, 5, 6. So now we're going to learn 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you can count to 10 in Bangla, and you'll basically be fluent. All right, so 7 is shot, shot. 8 is at, at. 9 is noi, noi. And 10 is dosh, dosh. So we have ek, dewey, deen, char, punch, choy, shot, at, noi, dosh. Now you can count to 10 in Bangla. You're pretty much fluent. Deka hobe. Bye.